Well, welcome back, my friends, all to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors, an Ontario Knife Company Rat 1 rendition. Now, people often say, Scab, it's good to see a pocket knife on your channel. What I really want to say is, well, where you been? Because I show them all the time. But, taking the high road like old Scabber does, I just say, yeah, okay, all right, well, here's the deal. This was sent to me by Apex Alchemy, Billy and Courtney. And I don't remember the context, but I had mentioned the Rat one and that I'd never mess one. And Billy messaged me, said, brother, I've got a couple. I'm going to send them to you, try them out, see what you think. And Billy is always good about just being like, dude, keep it as long as you need. And thank God. Because with me, man, it's never intentional. But just like with you guys, life happens. I've had these for a while. The Rat one you see in red there is OS 8. The green handled is S35VN. My original intention was to do the video together. I shot the first segment, did some other things, and then that was yesterday. I had my grandson, and then today I got up, and Megatron and I went and got lunch. Well, I had the S35 in my pocket. I got home, had to get on it. That's why we're testing mainly the S35VN. Not that anybody gives a shit, but old Scabber likes to talk around his elbow to get to his ass. Billy and Courtney right now are at 986. They are 14 away from 1K. Dude, go over there. Great channel. Let's get them to 1K. That's their first milestone they're going to hit. And let's be a big part of that. They're just awesome folks, man. Great folks in the community. The other channel I want to shout out is WC Review. William. I love that guy. He's a good dude. He's actually putting a knife in my knife making contest. There will be a video on that next week. But WC Review, check him out. I think he's in the 200s. Let's get him going. Guys, again, and I'm only going to mention this once. We're going to jump on the knife. We are stronger together. Now, for the knife. I slept on this knife, man. I've got all kind of Ontario knives. I bought a lot were gifts. I've got a lot of old hickories, love them. I've got the SP10 line, love it. But this might be my favorite Ontario knife. And the truth is, it fits me. The handle fits me. It's got a 5-inch handle, or if the handle was closed, it'd be right around 5 inches, I believe. We can double check that real quick. But the thing is this, guys. I've said this a ton. If you can't hold a knife, it can be made of unobtainium. If you can't hold it, that son of a bitch is worthless. I've got busted up hands. Again, like a lot of you guys. I'm just a working dude. I'm 52 years old and made some dumbass choices in life. So I've got some busted up, beat up hands. So when a knife comes along like this, that feels good in hand. It's not just the length of the handle. It's the ergos. Man, it just fits. I can spin it around. You've seen a lot of different handle positions already in these first 3.5 minutes. I like giving you as many looks as I can. Now, there's no trick to what we do. There's no formula. We cut a bunch of shit. Why? The knife's either sharp or it's not. So we don't do it for that reason. And let me just say this. I don't know if Miss Lacey from EDC and Lace sharpened this. I don't know if it's out of the box. It's got a beautiful mirror polish finish. And you can see right there, it's sharp as shit. Or if Billy or Courtney sharpened it. I don't think this is a factory edge. I think that bears mentioning. Both the OS 8 and the S35VN come in super sharp, right? And here's my point with that. When a company gets a knife right on the sharpness, I look at it as an attention to detail thing. I can't speak on that here. What I can tell you is this. The heat treat on this knife is pretty well spot on, man. I've cut a bunch. Like I said, I've had this knife for a long time. I've been able to do a lot of cutting, a lot of hard use. You see we cut like a little extension cord at the beginning. Done a lot of knife whittling, or whittling wood, all kinds of wood, big box store wood, just oak, all kind of stuff, right? In this video, I'm going to cut some sandblast hose that's steel belted. The edge never rolled, it never chipped, none of that. And again, here's the goal of my channel. I'm not here to abuse a knife. I'm not here to find its breaking point. That's not what we do. What I want to do is give you some demonstrations that some of them might be a little borderline, man, I'd never do that. But here's the thing. I want to give you everyday, real world use stuff. Not everybody works in an industrial environment. I understand that. But I feel like by doing what we do and cutting what we cut, wood, plastic, rope, ratchet straps, rubber, things like that, you can translate. Like to me, this would be a great little camp pocket knife if you wanted to process up some small game. Here, just right like that. If you want to do a little caping, if you need to build a fire, whatever you need to do, dice up some veggies, stab a Bigfoot. It can keep going on and on and on. I feel like the versatility of this knife makes it a game changer. Now, they're not that expensive, and if I'd have been super smart or a good knife reviewer, I'd have looked up the price. I didn't do either because I don't claim to be either. What I will tell you is this. They come in several different steels. Here's that steel-belted sandblast hose. I know that I've seen a lot of guys say, man, I got the D2 version. It's just a matter, guys, of preference on what you like and what you can afford, I'm sure. Now, I'm sure the S35VN is going to cost more than say, the AUS-8 or the D2. Just thinking that. I believe we've got about a 4-inch a 4-inch blade. We've got a 5-inch handle that is about, I want to say, guys, I think it's right at 3/8 inch thick, and the widest point of the handle is 1 inch, so it fits in the hand really, really well. And again, speaking of the sharpness here, it's a liner lock, but speaking of the sharpness, you see the different ways we're cutting. My point on the sharpness type thing is this, right? Anybody can sharpen up a knife, understand it. But what I want to demonstrate is the handle position. How many times do I have to shift my hand? Is it comfortable? Are there hot spots? Do I feel that belt clip? And the truth is, man, for my hands, and that's all I can speak to, is it fits really well in hand. It feels really good. Now, I want to bring this up. I think it's built insanely well. It is built in Taiwan. As everyone knows, Ontario is an American knife company. We've all seen the drama with that. Hopefully that's all worked out, and Blue Ridge is going to make them still in the USA. The pocket knives, I believe, I know this one is made in Taiwan. I'm a big fan of Taiwanese-made knives. It is not the same as China. If you believe that, I'm sorry. You need to retake school. But the Taiwanese do a tremendous job, and this is no different. It's well made. It's robust. And guys, it's not super heavy. It's really not. It's got a great balance point, and it does everything I needed it to do. The edge held up insanely well for everything we cut. My hands did not get tired. And again, I've taken this knife, and I believe it was this one. When we were at Blackie's, I took this knife, and I bet I whittled with it for an hour, hour and a half, just kind of sitting in the chair messing around. And it didn't bother the edge at all. That speaks volumes to me. That really matters to me. Now, what I'll do is I'll take this knife once I'm done. Once everything's done and we cut our last sheet of paper at the end, after that, I'll strop it right back up to sharpness, get these things ready to send back to Billy. Guys, real quick again, let's get Billy and Courtney over 1,000. They are at 986. There's no reason that by the end of tonight we can't get them there. WC Reviews, check him out. William's a great guy. Listen, overall thoughts. This is a knife I would absolutely carry every day. Zero qualms doing that. It's got a great, and just far as function, the fit and finish on the damn thing is pretty badass too. Again, Ontario Route 1, huge fan. I'm scabbed. You're not.